God hides himself, and because of that, things can be difficult in life. We can feel the pain in what we're going through, that it's a huge challenge, a huge mountain to climb, and what we're trying to achieve. And it's not easy. If God were to reveal himself, it'd be just easier in the challenges of life. Why doesn't he reveal himself in a way to make it easier? Let's listen to an interesting metaphor over here, and then we'll have a little discussion on this.
The notion that God has to limit himself to allow for free choice, that is the ultimate act of love, is allowing somebody who you love to make choices, and those choices are not going to go
with your kids.
It's the most difficult thing. I mean, as a young parent with 3 kids and a 4th on the way at this point, it is the hardest thing. And one of the hardest things for me is I have a 9-year-old daughter, and she is doing her math homework, and I can see that she's working on a multiplication problem. And in the middle of the problem, I can see she's doing it wrong. Right? And you can step in and you can tell her she's doing it wrong, and you can correct her, or you can let her go through the entire process and discover for herself that she's doing it wrong, and go back and learn how to correct herself and actually make herself stronger at math.
So God veils himself because he wants to make us stronger in life. He puts us through the challenge. Why does he do that? Because ultimately, God creates a world, takes from nothing and makes something. And from that something, he wants us to bring it back to its source of spirituality. And through that, we actually partner with God in creation. And that's what God wants. He wants our partnership. So partnership is when you hold your end of the deal. If you have a partner in a business and you're just feeding the person, they're not pulling their weight, then that's not a partnership. But God wants partnership with us in creation. So therefore, he makes us pull the weight. And therefore, he veils himself, holds him back like a parent does for a child to help them benefit, so they can ultimately also be a partner in God's creation and make this world a better place to live in. This is ultimately God's kindness for us, that he wants such a profound relationship with us, that he's not just feeding and giving us and taking care of us, but that we have a sense of ownership in God's creation to change the world for good. Let's all partner together with God and do our part to change the world for good.